Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Hello, everybody. I'm Rory Marcus, and we're very happy to have you with us tonight. The Nevada Hot Dice going against the California Quakes. Now, under normal circumstances, the Quakes would probably be favored to win this game, but these are not normal times for the California Quakes, and it comes from the women's side. You probably know about the Bod Squad, three terrific-looking skaters that the Quakes will feature all year: Cindy Zimmerman, Jamie Konomak, and Stacy Blitz. But now, all of a sudden, Stacy Blitz doesn't want any part of the Bod Squad. They've been in it together. Now she wants to go out on her own and maybe take a little bit of the glory just for herself without her Bod Squad mate. Well, that's not fitting very well with the other Bod Squad members or the rest of the team. In fact, the Quakes are having some dissension problems. The Bod Squad certainly did not arrive here at the unit tonight.
Where's Stacy Blitz?
We don't know, and we don't care.
Well, how is that for team unity? Stacy Blitz coming now by herself, not arriving with the rest of the Bod Squad members. Obviously, she's never too shy around the camera, but she did take herself to the game tonight, and the Bod Squad is definitely in disarray. However, that's not the case with the showgirls of the Nevada Hot Dice. These three are together, and they're ready to go. They're ready to show that they're ready to take over, I think, as far as the females in the World Skating League are concerned. We're about ready for action. Let's send it down now to Ken Resnick and Lee Hawk-Rearman.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the team that never met a casino it didn't like, the Nevada Hot Dice!
They call it the showgirl sizzle. I don't like every good showgirl in Vegas. They keep changing their show, I think.
Now, the team that makes the crowd shake every time they skate, the California
Quakes, you know, here in the World Skating League, they've always been used to getting all the attention. But the Hot Dice, and I need not say more as you look at Marissa Diamond, they seem to be getting all the attention, and it's really starting to really get it's a kick in the armor for the Quakes, and the Hot Dice are getting all the attention.
Well, Marissa Diamond certainly gets your attention, to say the least. Now, starting for the Hot Dice tonight, two of the three showgirls in the starting lineup, Kim Hart and Shea Brown, along with the speedster Mindy Smith, followed by Vicki McEwen and Katie Cooper. For the California Quakes, Jamie Konomak and Cindy Zimmerman, we know, are Bod Squatters. Stacy Blitz, we're not sure of right now. Followed by the veteran Faith Urban, and a little bit of a surprise, Brooke Sunderman in the starting lineup for the California Quakes. You see the teams, the jammers at the front of the line, and we're off and running as we start the beginning of each and every period. Jamie Konomak out front, the lead jammer for the California Quakes. Here comes Kim Hart and Cindy Zimmerman doing battle. But right now, Jamie Konomak all alone, and here comes Cindy Zimmerman. Kim Hart down, and it's two California Quakes. Konomak and Zimmerman, two were certain Bod Squad members, all alone closing in on the pack.
Well, you see Jamie Konomak, she got right out early, and Cindy Zimmerman came up right with her, and I think they were just clapping to each other. They might have some kind of a code going for a play here, Ken. Let's watch close.
Well, it's two Bod Squatters, and Daria Jammer out now. Shea Brown. Well, what a move by Shea Brown. Talk about heads-up skating. Shea Brown went right by the two Quake jammers and cut off the jam. Mindy Smith, a great, great smart move. No points, but cut off the jam, not allowing the Quakes to get on the board.
Well, you saw the two, we just talked about Jamie Konomak and Cindy Zimmerman coming up, and the Kim Hart, who was the jammer out for the Hot Dice, was nowhere to be seen, so they cut off the jam so that the Quakes couldn't score the points.
And certainly Stacy Blitz on Brown accounted for that first jam. Now Laura Weintraub, Mindy Smith out for the hot dice, and this is Cindy Zimmerman for the California Quakes. Two hot dice. Cindy Zimmerman has been on both jams so far, but so far nobody's been able to crack the starting line of the scoreboard. And now one of the hot dice go down. It was now Laura Weintraub and Cindy Zimmerman as we come around 20 seconds. They both close on the pack. Laura Weintraub out of Santa Paula, California, 5'9", 135. She is a former hockey player, so she is no stranger. In fact, she was the only girl on her men's college hockey team. And right there, a great bit of blocking by Cindy Zimmerman and the California Quakes.
Teams from all over the world compete in the world's multi-sport races. The Outdoor Quest 2001 set in beautiful Lijiang of China. Discover the spirit of the world's most challenging multi-sport races. Don't miss the ultimate in sports race action. Outdoor Quest 2001. Tonight, only on AXN.
So far, the Quakes won and the hot dice won. And I'll tell you what, these girls wasted no time getting after it. Let's go back to Ken and Hawk.
Well, right there, a little bit of pushing and shoving. Katie Cooper trying to take advantage of one of the Quakes with her back turned. So it is 1-1. We're all tied up in this opening match. And now Heather Sunderman breaks free, comes recipient of a whip, and it's Laura Weintraub. Heather Sunderman and Laura Weintraub. A lot of speculation as to whether Sunderman is or isn't a part of the Bod Squad. Amy Craig, a real speedster for California, now out along with Weintraub and Sunderman. We're all tied up at one, and a great double elbow by Weintraub puts down both the California Quakes. Golden opportunity here for Weintraub.
Well, and Amy Craig, one of those Quakes that has really picked up the slack as the California Quakes women have seemed to have a bit of an attitude problem. Amy Craig doesn't say too much, but she seems to have come to play the last several weeks.
Now Stacy Blitz calling her off. Weintraub, Stacy Blitz hanging back, and interesting, all by herself. None of her other teammates helping her, but right now, the battle, Stacy Blitz doing it all by herself, and that time you can't argue with success. Turns around and puts Laura Weintraub down. In fact, Weintraub kind of gets up, has a few words to say to Stacy Blitz. But Hawk.
And here you see the two Quakes go down at the elbow of Laura Weintraub. And here you see Stacy Blitz pick it up.
Blitz did it all by herself. And so far, it's been very interesting. Stacy Blitz seeming to do all the blocking by herself. Hawk, it's almost like the rest of her teammates want no part of her.
Well, the Bod Squad have stated that they don't like each other. And the two in the person of Cindy Zimmerman and Jamie Konomak have all but ignored Stacy Blitz other than being on the track.
Well, right now we're all knotted up at one. It's now breaking free. This looks as this it's Laura Weintraub again coming out. Mindy Smith ahead blocking for Weintraub, and here comes Amy Craig. Laura Weintraub is certainly a slower skater than Amy Craig, and down she goes, and that Hawk well could have been. She's just winning. That was the third straight jam she's been out on. And look at Sean Atkinson. What's he doing on the track?
Well, you saw Sean Atkinson out there hooping and hollering. That's got to be against some kind of World Skating League rule. But we have already talked about Amy Craig as really having come to play with the Bod Squad, the three Quake women in disarray. Amy Craig again showing that she can perform in the face of adversity.
And Shea Brown, the biggest skater out of Greensboro, North Carolina, back for the hot dice. But Amy Craig flew right by her. Nice flip play right there from Stacy Blitz. A good jam by Amy Craig, putting the Quakes points on the board.
Well, and I got to take my hat off to Laura Weintraub. Right here you see Amy Craig sends her to the ground, and you notice her helmet comes off there, Ken. Right there again in the replay that you saw her just out of the screen, her helmet was still off. She played almost that entire jam without her helmet, was not worried, definitely put her team's needs before her own.
2-1 Quakes. Certainly discretionary call by the referees of the WSL. If the helmet comes off accidentally, they allow the jam to go on. and that's exactly what happened there. Now Mindy Smith out of Greenville, North Carolina, the fastest skater for the Nevada Hot Dice, breaks free. A good look at Smith, 5'4", 117 pounds, right now all alone. Now Amy Craig once again trying to catch up to her.
Well, now I wonder what happens if somebody's pants fall off. And will they stop it then? I hope not.
Why does that comment from you not surprise?
Unless Sean Atkins' pants fall off, then we have to stop the rolling the
Mindy Smith tried to get by the double block, couldn't do it. Stacy Blitz now back getting some help from one of her teammates. And now Smith comes by again, tries to block it, and down goes Stacy Blitz. Mindy Smith now goes by virtue of Stacy Blitz going down, putting some points on for the Hot Dice. Mindy Smith now goes into the boards, and I don't know if I didn't quite pick up the number. Who was that nailed her?
I believe that was Brooke Sunderman, if I'm not mistaken. Right here you get a good shot of the physical play going on right there. That's Brooke Sunderman there. She was definitely having her way with Mindy Smith, and I believe Shea Brown and some of the other Hot Dice. But it's really starting to get physical out there, Ken. And right at the end of that last jam, you saw Amy Craig was bending over a little bit fatigued, and we're still only in the first period.
It is still 2-1 Craig. You're exactly right, Hawk. This now coming out is Kim Hart and Heather Sunderman. I would have to say right here, Kim Hart certainly the more physical of the two players. Sunderman might have the edge on speed. And as I said, Kim Hart puts her down with the elbow. And now Kim Hart coming in all alone, closing out on the pass.
Well, and Heather Sunderman, a very tall skater, definitely was taken advantage of by Kim Hart. But you saw there, Ken, Kim Hart playing to the crowd, doing the little showgirl sizzle out there by herself. As I alluded to earlier, they seem to have taken away some of the attention from the Bod Squad, and I don't know if the Bod Squatters like it. And showgirls are definitely here playing on behalf of their Hot Dice. I like it.
Well, I don't know that Kim Hart used a lot of good judgment showboating in the middle of a jam when she had nobody for the Quakes coming up. Instead of putting points on the board, she was content on showboating. But right there, she breaks the double block. Great job. Both jammers go through. Mindy Smith following Kim Hart right through it. She certainly recovered. And there you see Stacy Blitz a little unhappy. Now here's a look at the rules of the WSL.
Listen up, you freaks. I'm Mark D'Amato, captain of the New York Enforcers. And I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorite ways to hurt people. I call it the screamer. It's my signature move, and the best part, it's legal. Not that I care about the rules, but I like to humor those two-bit referee chumps. The legal way to do the screamer is to stop and turn around, but not to skate against the flow of the pack. Now, I wait for another skater, like that goody-good Bill Barker. While my teammates distract him, I line him up, and then I hit him with the screamer. Mark, can we get one more? Hey, get out of my face.
The men are on the track as we get ready for period number 2. We've got a barn burner to say the least. We'll be back with the second period right after this.